A raging fire is intensifying at this brand new condo building in Dorchester. You can see even now, hours later, flames shooting out of the roof. Right now, the smoke is also so thick, it has shut down service at the Ashmont T station.
We want to get right to WBZ's Mike LaCrosse. He is live on scene where firefighters expect to be there through the night, and things seem to be getting worse as we speak, Mike.
David, Lisa, we are in the middle of Dorchester Avenue, which has been shut down now for the last 3.5 hours as crews continue to fight that massive fire. It is on the 6th floor and continues to burn. We're told that is where the fire started, the 6th floor spreading to the roof. This is the Treadmark building, as you mentioned, is under construction. This is the site of an old tire shop being converted into a mixed-use condo and apartment building. There was concern of collapse. Firefighters were removed from the roof. The AC units, we're told, did go through the roof of that building. A collapse zone has been set up around this building, which we're told was in the final stages of construction, and it had inspections set for later on this week. There are no sprinklers on yet inside of this building, again, because it was under construction. It was set to open in mid-July. Since we have been here for the last several hours, we have seen flames turn to smoke, then back to flames. As the commissioner said, they expect to be here in defensive mode throughout the night.
At the front, we backed up and established a collapse zone in front of the building, and eventually we're going to be backing everybody away, and we'll just see if we can get it with exterior screens.
So tell us anything about the strategy of this?
It's exterior. It's complete exterior operations. Get as many big lines as we can into operation. You see, we got multiple towers here. We got multiple ladder pipes. It's just to get as much water on the fire as we can.
It was like the flames were really cooking up on the roof, and then I started seeing firefighters everywhere. As you can see, it's moving over here, and it's moving over to the other generators.
And the commissioner says these newer buildings are harder to fight than the older ones. There are 83 units inside of this building. Again, it is not occupied yet because it is in the final stages of construction. There were no major injuries, we're told, aside from a construction worker that had some chest pains. We're live in Dorchester tonight. Mike LaCrosse, WBZ News.
Yeah, Mike, that said, though, clearly they don't want people in that area. What's the perimeter of the building like with respect to public safety?
There are concerns, Lisa, of the heavy smoke that is in the area. So people are being asked to keep back because of the potential of a possible collapse. And again, that smoke, people are being asked to avoid the area. There are parts of when we were on the other side of the building, you can see it is still heavy smoke. We went over there to talk to the commissioner, and we could barely see a couple of inches in front of us. So if you are on the opposite side of this building on Dorchester Avenue, the address is 1977. You're asked to stay indoors and avoid the area. And as you mentioned, too, the Ashmont Red Line station remained shut down. We actually had to cut through there to get to that press conference, and it was entirely filled with smoke.
And it's interesting, at first it almost looked like the fire got worse, but what I think we're seeing is the top layer, which is what we were seeing, the roof, has collapsed inward. So now we're seeing the fire that had been raging underneath. Firefighters had been saying all along they were worried that the weight of the air conditioning units up on the roof, that at some point they would fall through, and that has happened, according to Mike. And he was saying that they're just a couple of weeks out from people possibly moving into this building. So you can imagine there are a lot of people who have down payments, a lot of people who have purchased some of these condos who are watching this right now, knowing that the place that they thought they were moving into weeks from now is gone.
Right, set to be inspected at the end of the week. 83 units in there. Mike mentioned this is the Treadmark building, clearly going to be a proud part of the neighborhood. And you see these flames and the smoke there still burning. Firefighters expect to be there all night. Mike, thank you.
So we will continue to watch that. Meantime, we have more breaking news tonight.